Ever wondered what not to say when your spouse is thinking of leaving? Here are 5 things to avoid saying if you want to save your marriage. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, "I subscribe," so I can personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's unveil the 5 things not to say when your spouse is leaving you. Ready? Let's get started. 1. You'll never find someone better than me. When someone says, "You'll never find someone better than me," it can sound like they're bragging and not considering how their spouse feels. Imagine if a friend told you that they were leaving a club because they didn't enjoy it anymore, and you responded with, "You'll never find a cooler club than this one." It might make them feel like you're not taking their decision seriously, or that you don't respect their feelings. Plus, saying this can make the other person feel like they're not allowed to be happy on their own, like they can't find joy unless they're with you. It's important to remember that everyone deserves to be happy, even if it means being apart from someone they once cared about. So instead of trying to make them feel like they can't do better, it's better to support their decision and wish them happiness, even if it's hard for you. 2. I'll change, I promise. Making promises to change when your spouse is about to leave might feel like the right thing to do, but it's important to understand that simply saying you'll change isn't always enough. Imagine promising to do better in a game without practicing or improving your skills. It's like that. It's crucial to show through your actions that you're serious about changing for the better. Instead of just saying you'll change, try to demonstrate it by making efforts to understand your mistakes, apologize sincerely, and actively work on becoming a better partner. This could mean seeking help from a counselor, reading books on relationships, or even just being more attentive and considerate in your daily interactions. Remember, actions speak louder than words, especially when it comes to repairing a relationship. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're tempted to promise change to save your marriage, remember that it's not enough to just say it. Show your commitment through your actions, and let your efforts speak for themselves. By taking responsibility for your mistakes and actively working towards becoming a better partner, you can rebuild trust and strengthen your relationship in a meaningful way. 3. You're making a mistake. Imagine your friend decides to try a new hobby, but you don't think it's a good idea. Instead of supporting them, you tell them they're making a mistake. How would they feel? Dismissing your spouse's decision to leave as a mistake is similar. It's important to understand that everyone has their own feelings and reasons for their choices. Even if you don't agree with your spouse's decision to leave, it's vital to respect their feelings and allow them to make decisions about their own life and happiness. By showing respect and understanding, you can maintain a healthier relationship, whether you stay together or not. By the way, before we move on to number 4, if you're getting value in this video, hit the like button right now. And if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then go to the comment section below and type, "I subscribe," and I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got an amazing treat for you, a free ebook called The Momentum Method. This book reveals the secret ingredient to keeping a man emotionally and romantically addicted to being in love with you. Just check the link below and it's all yours. With that said, let's continue. 4. I can't live without you. Feeling devastated when your spouse talks about leaving is normal, but saying, "I can't live without you," might make things harder. It's like putting too much pressure on them and yourself. Instead, try to talk about your feelings in a calm way. Tell them it hurts to think about being apart, but you believe you can handle it. It's important to show that you can be strong on your own and that you're not just depending on them. By finding a balance between expressing your feelings and showing your strength, you can make things easier for both of you during this tough time. 5. You're just like negative comparison. Comparing your spouse to others in a negative light is like throwing a bucket of cold water on their self-esteem. Imagine if someone told you that you're just like a broken pencil. Pointless. That would sting, right? Well, Saying hurtful things like comparing your spouse to someone else can have the same effect. It's like telling them they're not good enough, and nobody wants to feel that way. Additionally, bringing up past mistakes or grievances during an argument is like adding fuel to the fire. It's like trying to solve a math problem by bringing up old homework assignments. It just doesn't add up. Instead of focusing on the negatives, it's important to address the current issues calmly and respectfully. That way, you can work together to find solutions and rebuild your relationship without causing unnecessary pain or resentment. 6. It's all your fault. Assigning blame during a separation, like pointing fingers and saying, "It's all your fault," doesn't help fix things. In fact, it can make things worse by making both people feel angry and defensive. Instead, try talking calmly about what's wrong and how you both can work together to fix it. This means listening to each other without interrupting and not trying to make the other person feel bad. It's important to understand that both people might have made mistakes in the relationship, so it's fair to talk about what each person can do to make things better. By focusing on solving problems together and understanding each other's feelings, you can avoid making things worse and maybe even start to make things better. 7. I'll make your life miserable if you leave. Threatening retaliation or punishment if your spouse decides to leave is not only wrong but also harmful. It's like trying to force someone to stay in a relationship against their will, which is not healthy or fair. Everyone deserves to make their own choices about their life and happiness without fear of reprisal. Instead of resorting to threats, it's important to respect your spouse's feelings and decisions, even if they are difficult to accept. Rather than trying to control the situation, focus on managing your emotions in a healthy way and seeking constructive solutions, whether that means working on the relationship together or finding a respectful way to separate. Remember, relationships should be built on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Trying to manipulate or coerce someone into staying by using threats only damages the trust and respect between partners. It's better to communicate openly and honestly about your feelings and concerns and work together to find a resolution that respects both parties' needs and desires. In the end, respecting each other's autonomy and agency leads to healthier relationships and personal growth for both individuals involved. Thanks for watching. Grab your free copy of my book in the description or pinned comment. It's a must-read. Plus, unlock the secrets of dating mastery with a captivating playlist popping up on your screen right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Join us in the next video for more exciting insights.